articles I read, they called it Bulls traveling circus.
However, not everyone is taking the situation so seriously. Comedian Lil Duval took to X, formerly Twitter, with a tongue-in-cheek remark, why all tripping off Michael Jordan's son doing snow. He's Michael Jordan's son, that's what he's supposed to be doing. Wait, what? Duval's comment, while clearly meant as a joke, adds another layer to the conversation. It's a reminder that, for some, the expectations and pressures placed on the children of celebrities can be overwhelming, leading them to act out in ways that might seem incongruous with their upbringing. Still, humor aside, the situation has prompted a more critical look at the potential influence Michael Jordan may have had on his son's behavior. Some speculate that Marcus might be emulating habits he witnessed growing up, with a few even suggesting that MJ himself might have engaged in similar activities. But this theory seems to clash with Michael's own words. In a past interview, Jordan shared a story about his early days with the Chicago Bulls, where he encountered teammates indulging in drugs. He made it clear that he refused to participate, choosing to walk out rather than join in. So as the public continues to dissect Marcus's actions, the question remains, is this simply a case of a son acting out for attention, or is there a deeper issue at play, one that ties back to his famous father's legacy? Regardless, the incident has sparked a conversation about the challenges of growing up in the shadow of a legendary figure, and the ways in which the pressures of such a legacy can manifest in unexpected and sometimes troubling ways.
So I start knocking on doors. I get to this one door, and I knock on the door. I walk in, and practically the whole team.
With Marcus Jordan openly engaging in questionable activities, it's no surprise that many people are voicing their disappointment. They're left wondering why someone with such a privileged upbringing would choose to act so recklessly. One particularly pointed comment captured the sentiment. I can only imagine Jordan at home, shaking his head every time his son's name comes up. How could someone tarnish their father's legacy like this? Marcus should be working alongside his dad, helping run the Hornets or designing the next iconic sneaker line. Instead, he's out here doing bumps with no connection to the 34s. This critique highlights the stark contrast between the expectations placed on Marcus due to his father's legendary status and his actual behavior. For many, it's hard to reconcile the image of Michael Jordan, a man who built an empire through discipline and talent, with that of his son, who seems to be squandering his opportunities. Oh wow, it's quite the spectacle to see Michael Jordan cracking up at others indulging in nose candy, while his own son, Marcus Jordan, is caught doing the same thing in broad daylight. Word on the street is that MJ is seriously disappointed by Marcus's very public antics, feeling that his son has tarnished the family name in a major way. There's even talk that Marcus might face some serious financial repercussions from his father, which would be a harsh consequence. But here's where it gets interesting. Rumors are swirling that maybe MJ shouldn't be too mad, because, allegedly, Marcus picked up this habit from none other than his legendary dad himself. So this begs the question, is Michael Jordan partially to blame for his son's behavior, or is Marcus simply acting out for attention again? After all, Marcus has long been known as the wild child of the Jordan family. While his older brother, Jeffrey Jordan, has kept a relatively low profile, Marcus seems to thrive in the limelight, even when it's for all the wrong reasons. Whether it's his bold and often controversial social media presence, his high-profile romantic entanglements, or his questionable business ventures, Marcus has consistently kept the public and bloggers on their toes. But this time, it seems he's really crossed the line, putting the Jordan family legacy at risk. Recently, Marcus has been stirring things up in Paris, where he's been spotted living it up with his new girlfriend, Ashley Stevenson. Interestingly, Ashley bears a striking resemblance to his ex, Larsa Pippen, which has only fueled the media frenzy around him. However, it wasn't just his love life that grabbed headlines this time, it was what he was doing out in public that really shocked people. Photos circulating online show Marcus engaging in some suspicious activities with a white powdery substance, all while in the company of his new girlfriend and a few friends. The images have sparked outrage and disappointment among fans, with many speculating that MJ must be absolutely livid over his son's reckless behavior. This turn of events is particularly surprising given Michael Jordan's previous statements on the subject. Back in 2020, MJ opened up about his early days with the Chicago Bulls, famously referring to the team as the traveling Coca-Cola circus due to his teammates' notorious habits. Jordan recounted witnessing his fellow players indulging in the same nose candy and other substances, but he was adamant that he refused to get involved in those activities. His stance was clear: he stayed away from the hard stuff, focusing instead on his career and maintaining a clean image. Fast forward to today, and we're left wondering how Marcus, despite his father's example, has ended up in this situation. Is this just a case of history repeating itself, where Marcus is following in the footsteps of those around him, or is he deliberately trying to carve out his own rebellious path, one that might just be doing more harm than good to the Jordan legacy? It's a complex situation, and one that has left fans and the public divided. Some argue that Marcus is simply acting out, trying to step out of his father's shadow in the most controversial way possible, while others believe that his actions are a cry for help, possibly pointing to deeper issues within the family dynamics. Whatever the case, it's clear that Marcus's latest antics have brought an unwanted spotlight back onto the Jordan family, and it remains to be seen how they'll handle this latest scandal. Will MJ step in to rein in his son, or will Marcus continue down this troubling path, further distancing himself from the legacy his father worked so hard to build? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this story is far from over.
Your lines over here, you got your smokers over here, you got your women over here. So the first thing I said, look, man.
Some people are pointing out that Marcus Jordan seems to have a pattern of embarrassing his father. This recent incident isn't the first time his partying habits have come under fire. For instance, a while back, Marcus sparked an investigation after reportedly spending $35,000 at Hayes nightclub in the area resort and casino in Las Vegas. He even tweeted about the trip, which he attended with his college basketball team, writing, "Last night was stupid." 35,000 of Hayes totals 50,000 something for the whole day. When that tweet went viral, Marcus quickly took it down and later issued an apology to Fox Sports, saying, "I didn't mean it the way it came across. My family and friends know the type of person I am." Despite the apology, the MGM Resorts International organization was still investigated, especially since Marcus wasn't even of legal drinking age at the time. And Marcus made headlines for the wrong reasons. In 2012, he was arrested after being found arguing with two women at an Embassy Suites hotel in Omaha, Nebraska. Marcus had been drinking, and the police described him as animated, intoxicated, and uncooperative. And who can forget the incident when Marcus, a college basketball player at the University of Central Florida, wore Air Jordans instead of the Adidas-sponsored team shoes? This led to the school's contract with Adidas being terminated, further adding to his reputation as the wild child of the Jordan family. Marcus's romantic life has also been a source of controversy, particularly his relationship with Larsa Pippen, the ex-wife of Michael Jordan's former Bulls teammate and rival, Scottie Pippen. The relationship raised many eyebrows, especially given Larsa's reputation. The situation was made even messier by reports that Marcus didn't seem all that into the relationship. According to an onlooker who spoke to Page 6, during one of their dates, Larsa was reportedly rubbing up on Marcus and caressing him in a loud club, but Marcus appeared uncomfortable and wasn't reciprocating. The significant age difference between them, coupled with the complicated history between their families, especially given Scottie's past with Michael, only added to the drama. Larsa herself has spoken about how she felt Scottie was done dirty by Michael Jordan, further complicating the already tangled web of their relationship. Keep in mind that around the time rumors about her relationship with Marcus were swirling, Larsa also mentioned that she and Scottie were best friends and still shared a close bond. So why would Larsa go ahead and date Michael's son, especially considering that Marcus was literally just a baby when she married Scottie? Larsa was probably attending birthday parties and barbecues at the Jordan household, watching Marcus grow up. For many, it's not even about the age gap, it's the fact that Larsa knew Marcus as a child and saw him through his formative years. It's no wonder that Michael Jordan himself expressed disapproval of the relationship. When asked about it, he flat out said no when questioned if he approved of Marcus and Larsa being together. But that's not the only controversy Marcus has been involved in. Another significant embarrassment to the Jordan legacy was his backdooring saga. For those who recall, Marcus was accused of backdooring sneakers from his Florida store, Trophy Room, selling them to resellers instead of regular customers, and allegedly making millions in profit. Of course, Marcus denied the allegations, responding to the claims with a post, but the damage to his reputation and by extension, his father's legacy had already been done. Why all are too much with this nonsense? It's all cap, and honestly, it's laughable at this point. If you're into conspiracies, go watch a documentary and stay in that lane. Despite Marcus's denial of the allegations, a Twitter handle shared a series of screenshots from an anonymous source. These messages claimed that Marcus sold thousands of pairs of the Trophy Room X Jordan 1s to several resellers before the official launch, reportedly for around $1,000 a pair. This left only a handful of pairs, around 1,000 for the general public. Another person shared images showing what appeared to be hundreds of the limited edition sneakers being backdoored, with a caption that read, "Here's proof of when Marcus backdoored to my plug." The fourth van you were talking about? Well, you see how packed it was, approximately 250 to 300 pairs. I personally bought 25 pairs. But it's Marcus's latest public antics involving nose candy that have really pushed people over the edge. Some sources suggest this isn't an isolated incident, and word is that his father, Michael Jordan, is furious. Allegedly, MJ is even considering cutting Marcus off financially. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, and it raises some serious questions. Is Marcus turning to substances like Coca-Cola and other things to cope with the immense pressure of being Michael Jordan's son? And if so, what can be done to help him before it's too late? Or could it be that he's just acting out in public to get attention? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Drop your opinions in the comments below. When the couple eventually broke up, multiple sources reported that they were taking space from each other, with tensions allegedly fueled by Michael Jordan's public disapproval. One source even told Page 6 that the long-standing feud between Jordan and Scottie Pippen likely added to the strain. The complicated history between Michael and Scottie made the relationship even more difficult to navigate, despite Larsa and Marcus's efforts to downplay it. At the end of the day, Michael is still Marcus's dad, and Scottie is the father of Larsa's children, making the whole situation a delicate balancing act. However, not everyone is taking the situation so seriously. Comedian Lil Duval took to X, formerly Twitter, with a tongue-in-cheek remark, why all tripping off Michael Jordan's son doing snow? He's Michael Jordan's son, that's what he's supposed to be doing. Wait, what? Duval's comment, while clearly meant as a joke, adds another layer to the conversation. It's a reminder that, for some, the expectations and pressures placed on the children of celebrities can be overwhelming, leading them to act out in ways that might seem incongruous with their upbringing. Still, humor aside, the situation has prompted a more critical look at the potential influence Michael Jordan may have had on his son's behavior. Some speculate that Marcus might be emulating habits he witnessed growing up, with a few even suggesting that MJ himself might have engaged in similar activities. But this theory seems to clash with Michael's own words. In a past interview, Jordan shared a story about his early days with the Chicago Bulls, where he encountered teammates indulging in drugs. He made it clear that he refused to participate, choosing to walk out rather than join in.